Hey guys, on the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to a random show. Like, here's the thing. I miss this. I used to do a lot of random time, random show, just smoke and talk to myself kind of thing. I miss this. So I'm sitting over here. I'm thinking. I'm actually looking through a lot of inaugurations, a lot of news, a lot of Donald Trump signing paperwork kind of thing. And I was just, you know what? Let's talk about this because there are a few things that I tend to talk to the nighttime folks about ideas about. Most recently, will be about revamping um, the Legion, the Legion in the past, the Legion in the future, that kind of stuff. And obviously, I don't think anybody enjoyed the previous episode. I didn't either. I lost sleep over it, and I'm just sitting over here. I'm like, I'm looking at old things. I'm thinking about it and stuff like that. So I want to talk about this. I want to make an announcement, kind of talk about this, and I'm not too sure how I'm going to start this. But hi, Steve. And throughout the Legion history, we have people come and go. Right? There's people that join, people that leave. That's normal. That is very normal thing to happen for any group. Right? While I was talking about this, somebody mentioned like Cigar Page, they have like, 3 people that leave at the same time per day or something like that. I was like, yeah, it should be normal because people join a social media, people join a group to socialize, to find something that they want, but they don't always find the right one. Well, they don't always find the right people that they want to be with. Right? When you go in there, like if you go to your lounge, right, and you have people sitting around, you will try to start a conversation and enjoy your cigar. And in a group is the same way, right? Go in there and you start to talk to a few people and you make good friend with them. And you start a little circle inside a big circle. And that does happen. Now, Legion used to be very small. So making that whole circle was a lot easier. And as he gets a little bit bigger, you're not gonna be friends with all 100 people or 150 people or whatnot. You're gonna make friends based on your time zone, based on time and stuff like that. And there are times where one person is not happy about something and it kind of expands to that same circle of people. And I think the most disputed about in the Legion is that once you're out rule. Once you're out rule. And you guys have probably know if you watch this in long enough, or if you're in the Legion, you already know that we let few people back in before. One of them was not very popular decision. The other one, everybody agreed with it because it was like a military thing that happened. So we have 2 of those. Now, we had a few exodus based on because a status issue, and there are people that's not happy with certain people. And one of those things about me is that I am not gonna get rid of people in the Legion simply because I don't like their personality, or if anybody else don't like their personality. You gotta break a rule. Personality is not part of that rule. And we have people that left because certain personalities, not all personality, but certain personality, right? And that sometimes that personality include me. Some people don't like my personality. That's fine, right? So I'm I'm thinking to abolish that rule. At the same time, I don't want to abolish that rule. I don't want Legion to be a hotel where you just go in and leave whenever you feel like it. But it's been that long. It's been 6 years. And because it's been 6 years, I feel that some of the people that left Legion, and they left on a good term, based on certain criteria, did not deserve to leave. Did not deserve to leave. And some of them had, well, not a lot. There were only like a handful of people that reached back to me that says, "Hey, Tony, I missed the Legion. I want to come back." Now, at the time of that conversation, I had to say, well, rule is rule. Once you're out, you made your decision, and I can't let you back in, because at the same time, I don't want to take that bullet. I don't want to take that bullet, because that two decisions, one of them got me into quite a bit of trouble. With people saying, "Oh, Tony, you can't be trusted because you make exception to the rule." Right? You make exception to the rule. And I feel like, yeah, it's rule, but there is always some sort of exception. So I adjusted that rule. I made an amendment to that rule to say in certain criteria, people can come back, right? But on case by case. So I made some adjustments to the Legion, and as part of the revamp, we tweaked something, we put something in action, and we have some ideas. Had some ideas, and I wanted to say that I see a lot of positive plan, and one of the plan is to make it simpler, but properly vet the members before they join. Even though I think it's a little bit more complicated. And in thinking of adding new blood to the Legion, I also want to be able to welcome back at one time Amnesty to some old members that had enjoyed the Legion and willing to, hey, Cigar Social Club, and willing to come back home. So that particular rule is being voted on. Well, not that particular idea is being voted on. I want to see if other members have a big issue about welcoming certain members back. So it's being voted on. And what I want to do today is make that announcement that once that's voted on, if it passes in the group, we're going to welcome some members back into the Legion. Now, there's some criteria. Criteria number one is that member or ex-member need to reach out to me, either Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Reach out to me, and we need to have a conversation. And Cigar Social Club, you're welcome to ask questions. I'll answer it. I want to welcome them back under some conditions. Number one is they need to reach out to me when you talk. And what I wanted to do is talk all differences, and make sure that we're on the same page. Make sure that people who wanted to come back is happy with where the direction of the Legion is going and the changes that we made. Because if you have been outside the Legion for a while, you don't know what the difference is. You don't know what's new. You don't know what's old. You don't know what's going on. And I can totally see that. If you're out for like 2-3 years, you don't know what's going on. And having that talk, we can come to agreement whether or not you should come back, right? Or you want to come back. Even I'm not. I don't want to be so arrogant that you should. No, maybe you should. We need to agree that you want to come back and we want you back. And I think that's a step forward to not only inject new blood and also allow old blood to come back in. You know, refresh that body. Right? And number two is that you want to make sure this person who's looking for, like if you are the person that look for coming back, you need to first understand that you have to leave on a good note. If you didn't leave on a good note, I don't think you should come back. If you're someone that left the group angry and continues to attack the group afterward, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. And like I said before in other shows, it will be really awkward. And I also wanted to make some adjustment to myself, where I know a lot of people don't like me to defend myself on the show and let the dirty laundry out there. And even I understand that concept. I know it looks bad. But at the same time, my thought process was, well, adults, we know there's dramas. We know things happen. And I did not feel like to be attacked in the public without saying too many things. Or this is Shadow Smoke's Legion, so I'm talking about Shadow Smoke's Legion. So I wanted to talk about that. I will answer questions, legit questions. If you're here to attack Rick, now you are actually, if you don't see that wrench right next to your name already, Rick will have the ability to just ban you. And that's one of the things that I wanna make that adjustment, is that if any of the channel mod, the YouTube mod, see that kind of fighting happens, just kick them. Just help me kick them. I might be defending myself. I might be like, you know, hot-headed, not thinking. Just remove them. Just remove them. Because to be honest, if you're no longer a member, you don't get to say about the Legion. All right? Rick, I can give you that too, but usually you are over here. You're not over in the chat. You're over here, so you might not be able to do it. But I wanted to give the people who are regulars in the channel all that power to remove people that's really looking for a fight. All right? And to help me get level-headed so that people who's here to enjoy cigar content can just enjoy the content that's here, but not me try to fend for myself over all that crap. What is the benefit of the group? No, there's no benefit to the group. Here's the thing, right? What's the group about? All right. That's a good question. That's a good question. When you join a group, what benefit are you looking for? What benefit are you looking for? Okay. I wanted to understand what people thought is, because when I started a group, I always thought that is a place for people to socialize, to make friends, and the benefit is to make more friends. The benefit is to be with somebody that has the same enthusiastic about cigars, things, ideas, to be together, to be able to find someone to share this hobby together. And that is the benefit, right? That is the benefit. And the side benefit is usually, legions try to do, um, the legion will try to do is there are some cigar discounts and stuff like that. All right, cigar discount from certain people who's willing to provide it. Okay, and then one of the big thing about being in a cigar group is usually the share of that information, so it's easier to find what you're looking for. Now it's okay. When you're by yourself, it's a lot to hard. It's hard to find the cigar that you want sometimes. If you're like me, that always looking for a new thing to smoke, to review, to whatever. Sometimes by yourself is hard. It's a hard thing. But when you have few people, it made it easier. When you have a group of people, that makes it a lot easier. Simply ask. And hold on a second. I think it's about what benefit you can provide to the group. Then the rest will come and you will get the benefit from it. At least that's what I look at when I join the group. Yes. And that's one of those things too. I think Legion has been stagnant for a little bit ever since end of COVID. And I think not only the people is to blame, but also I am to blame. Okay, I am to blame because I also got busy and neglected certain stuff. And by the end of the COVID time, I got tired of dealing with certain issues. So it's a lot is my fault. Is that I'm not paying attention to people issues. Okay? People issue. So it is when you join a group, the more you interact with people, the more you gotta get out of it. If you never say anything, you never gotta get anything. And excuse me if my left arm is twitching because I just fell on the ice earlier. My arm hurts. So if you join a group, you're active, you talk to people, you interact. Not only you gotta make, or you may make a friend, or even lifetime friend, you are gonna be able to enjoy what you're gonna do. I just finished a Camacho broadleaf today while I was thinking about this. So if you wanted to join a group, being active is the key, all right? And again, that's one thing I neglected. It's my fault, and that's definitely my fault. Is that I didn't encourage the people that were active, and there were people that were active, got disappointed of the backlash of people who was being active. No, the people who's being active got the backlash of people who does not want to see that kind of activity and felt that they're not being appreciated and left. Okay, so that's my fault. And that's one of those things I want to give people opportunity to come back because we're making changes. And some of those problems has been, I guess, in a way resolved on its own because certain personality has left. And I think the people currently in the Legion and the people who are still active is looking for that excitement again. Okay, so if anybody who's willing to join us, talk to one of us. All right, talk to one of us. I can direct you to people that you can talk to and stuff like that. Talk that out and see if it is for you. And the cigar group is a platform to socialize. It's your place to socialize talk about idea, and not only about cigar. You know, here's the thing: you can't always talk about cigars, right? You can only talk about cigars for so long. You can only talk about cigar when you're smoking. And in the past, we have always talked about various things, and we still do talk about various things. And then, I mean, the changes had made it different, right? And obviously, 2021, 2022, everybody started going back to work, and obviously, cigar got tossed in the back burner. 2024, we're working on the idea cigar, and that generated some backlash to me for working on a cigar without asking some people. Go figure. I didn't know that was gonna be one. And I think that problem is relatively resolved as well. And I'm looking forward to that cigar release. Right. So being the Legion, if you're asking about benefit, it's a self-generated benefit. It's being part of something. It's being part of a group. It's being part of a community. And how much you get out of it is based on you. Right? If you join a group, you never said a word, you're not gonna get anything out of it. Because people might not even know you existed. Right? Think about this, right? You walk into a lounge and you talk to no one. Are you gonna get something out of that lounge? No. But if you go into the lounge, say hi to everybody, and interact, and say, hey, that's great. Next time I'm gonna come back and look for the same people again. We're gonna have great conversation, talk about what they're smoking, and that should be what it really is. I mean, cigar group shouldn't be that complicated. Cigar group shouldn't be that complicated. And I think over time, certain things has got us to think that it's complicated than it should be. So, are you planning to collaborate with other channels like guests on Cigars Unbended? Cigar Unbended already have a lot of people, and that's that group of personality. So it's not like I've never talked to them on the show. I did. So it's not like it was like, they those people used to be part of the Legion. So it's not like we never talked before. But they have a different approach. Right? Especially just look at Cigar Unbended. Cigar Unbended is a very unique idea. And I think when I say the problem with people being enthusiastic, active, and not being encouraged, Cigar Unbended crew was a victim of that. They joined. They were actually very excited about cigar. They created Cigar Unbended, but the lack of support to that has made them feel maybe unwelcome in a way or whatever, and they move on their own, which I don't have a problem with that. All right, I do understand one side of that, but for a while I was a little bit angry about that. Because at the same time, I felt like they came here, they made friends, they got encouraged to do what they're doing with a lot of support, not just from me or Eric or a few other people. And then for whatever reason, they kind of abandoned the Legion in a way. And that's not to talk back to them about them. I'm saying that because we have this issue, it's only a natural progression for them to say, you know what, this is not welcoming, and we already have our own thing. Why bother stay here? So it's both sided. Okay, it's both sided. All right. So I want to put that there, and I want to say that we're making that change. We're going to encourage people the same way we should have been about their endeavor, and obviously, the idea was different because when you go to a group, right? When you go to a group, you have the people that have been in group for so long, and they have their mindset on how this group operates, and you have people who's new, who have the excitement and the drive to make it better and different, and the people are not happy with the change, which I understand. If I work, just think about it, if you work in a company, someone new came in and start to change things around, you wouldn't be happy either, right? But at the same time, you gotta also see when the new people come in with some excitement, with all those things that they want to do, they are trying to encourage you to do better. They are trying to encourage you to do new things because time changes. How people smoke cigar change. How people buy cigar changes. All those changes is urging the group to change. The group needs to change. The group needs to progress, and the group needs to get better. The group needs to do more in order to fit this technology era, right? Because back in the days, we just had Facebook. Everything's encouraging. You post a picture, everybody react to it one way or another. One way or another. Okay? And that was easy. Because like you, as a member, you just go on there, look at picture, thumbs up, like, great cigar, and that's your interaction. That's your interaction. And that's the interaction of the early 2000s. And I really think that's not really an interaction. So we ended up moving to Discord. Now, Discord interaction is very different. It's live, is on the spot. It's like if you go to a lounge at 5 o'clock, you're not gonna pay attention what happened 1 o'clock. Because that's before. The people that you might talk to right now might not even be there at 1 o'clock. So whatever happened at 1 o'clock is irrelevant to you now, right? And the problem with that is people who were there at 1 o'clock came back at 6 o'clock. So whatever they say at 1 o'clock is not being responded to or appreciated. They felt like their message was just, nobody care about you. I do see that as an issue, but at the same time, I see that as a progression, right? Because it's real time. And the only way to really fix that is to have more people in a different time zone. Is to welcome more people in at different time, different walk of life, different places. So that will encourage people to be able to interact with people at the time they are. Now, it's really hard during the daytime. Everybody's working. Unless you're retired, everybody's working, right? So everybody's working, you can't have that ability to interact while you're doing. If you're working, you don't really want to go, oh my God, somebody's talking about cigar. Oh my God. Hold on, I'm going to work later. Hold on. And then interact with that. It's very hard. But to revamp the Legion, I think we're changing that. We gotta have different time slot for the different mods, and to be able to interact. Today we added 2 bots, and the bots may or may not interact. May help you kill sometimes. Not the primary thing. Just like I know people like to talk to the bots for some reason, and we used to have a rule that says do not touch the bots because the bots fill up things I feel quite annoying about. It's like poetry. It's like, what are you talking about? And today, adding those 2 bots, I actually got annoyed at them again. I was like, dude, geez, these 2 bots need to shut up. But I want to put it there. Open invite to Legion member who left on a good note, on your own, didn't find anybody, to talk to me, to reach out to me. And we'll talk about whether or not you want to come back, whether or not you want to join the new, I guess, Legion 2.0. Sound like Trump right now. I kind of feel like Trump yesterday, defending myself. I mean, not yesterday, the Saturday, defending myself. But like, you know, Legion 2.0, revamp. And obviously we're looking for quality people. Because quality over quantity is always the best way to do things. Quality over quantity. If you're enthusiastic about cigars, you like to talk about cigars, you like to interact and see other people smoking, Legion is the place to be. And here's the thing, right? Let's be honest about this, is that everybody joined a few groups, right? Minus me. I no longer join any other group. But I think everybody have multiple groups that they pay attention to. They, you know, and there are a lot of groups that they used to join and they just forgot about. They just never look at it again. So a group doesn't have to be exclusive. You can be part of many groups. You can. Right? So I wanted to put that out there to see if any of the blood from the original Legion want to come back and help build the new Legion, right? And what does smoking in the shadow signify? What does the smoke in the shadow signify? Now, if I had to explain it, it's like what I'm doing right now. We do our work during the day. We go through our things. And can't see me on video? What do you mean by that? Oh, I'm just in my studio. We do our things. And at nighttime, you finally got your time to rest, to relax. You are smoking in that shadow. You are you. If that makes sense. You finally can take off that mask that you wear at work to be a good worker. You take off that mask, being a good husband. You take off all that stuff that's burdening you, and you smoke in a room, in the shadow, free, with the people that's also in the shadow. Now, the best part about being in the shadow, it doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter who they are. They can be the president. They can be the dictator. They can be the farmer. They can be all that stuff. But when you're smoking a cigar together, they're just people. They're just people. Whatever that they look like, don't matter. Just in the shadow. All you see is their shadow. Because in the end, everything you see is fake. But the shadow I'll always follow. Shadow tells you the truth. Shadow tells the truth. Right? You can be a woman. You put your makeup on to look one way. But your shadow still look the same. Your shadow will look the same. Okay? You can be Elon Musk with a pile of money. Your shadow looks like a human. You can be a dictator in Cuba. Your shadow, just a human. Just a human. So being the shadow, it's not really hiding. It's the true you following you, right? You go out there, you're in the light, you're doing everything. When you're in the light, you're doing everything almost to cater to everybody. Almost to cater to everybody. When you're at work, you're being a good worker. When you're in front of your wife, you are a good husband. When you're in front of the community, you're a good person. But the shadow, same. The shadow is the true you. So smoking the shadow is the you that are free smoking in the shadow. The time where you got to relax, the time that you get to smoke, the time that you get to be yourself. Be yourself. Take off all that burden, take off all that worry, take out all that stress, smoke in the shadow. It sounds kind of cliche, huh? But like, that's how I can explain it. Right? So, anybody who want to join, I welcome you. Find a member, send your invite. Obviously, there's some vetting process. And want to make sure that you do want to be here. I want to make sure that you will fit in. We want to make sure that one of the changes that we do is we're going to make sure that you join us, but not blind joining. Okay. Eric, the ones that left are not toxic blood. You say most of what? You say most of them. Is there still any left in your opinion? The vetting process. Okay. The vetting process basically it'll be simple. It's basically make sure that you are a people person. You wanted to join the group. You're looking to nerd out about cigars. You are looking to talk to people, and you're not malicious. Okay. And quick, I I don't want to. I don't want to say that anybody who joined the group, even with issue, were bad blood, per se. I wanted to say that the intention for after, right before they left, it was somewhat malicious. And that's what made them a bad blood afterward. Because I did a lot of thinking about that, right? I don't want to really make this a dirty laundry again. I wanted to say about that is that I want to make sure I say this right without getting shot at again. When you join a group, hey, Eric, calm down. When you join a group, obviously you join with open on, and we welcomed you with the open on. Okay? And you might have some good time. You might have some good memories. You might fit in. Okay? You might fit in. Hold on. You might fit in. But if you have a problem and your problem is I don't like that person, and decide to create issue because you don't like a certain person, that makes it toxic. Okay? And I wanted to say without, I think if I just simply mention this, I think the Legion member will know what I'm talking about, is that some members were not happy with me bringing back a certain member. Okay? And that, simply say, is because they don't like a person. And they want to force me to kick some people out. For example, Eric. Eric's personality is like hard stick in a wall. It never gotta go anywhere. It's just young and fearless. Okay, young and fearless. And a lot of people don't like that personality. A lot of people don't like that personality, and they want that personality out. But my thinking is that you always gotta be somewhere with a mixture of people, with a mixture of personality. And I'm not going to kick out a member solely because you don't like their personality. Because I have personalities I don't like. I butt head with them. But I wouldn't go so far as to kick them out. All right. I wouldn't go so far as to ask to kick them out because I don't like a personality. In the history of Legion, we kicked 2 people out. And it's not because their personality. Okay. So I wanted to say that if you demanded as a member to say, I want this person out because they are making this place toxic or whatever, it's the personality. It's not toxic. It's the personality. Yeah, you might not like the personality, but everybody have some people that they can't stand. They can't stand. I mean, quick. If I'm pretty sure you'll understand when I say that there are some people that did not like your personality either. I literally call you out for it. I don't know if you remember that. The person did not like your personality, did not like you poking at them, and call you out for it. And at that point, should I say, okay, because this person doesn't like your personality, kick quick out? I wouldn't have done that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I think everybody have their personality, and everybody have good days and bad days, and everybody has their way of saying things, right? You might not like the person, you might not interact with that person a lot, but it's a family. It's a family, right? You get angry, you yell at each other, sure, but same thing with all like uncles and aunts and stuff like that. There's got to be one uncle you don't like, something like that. You know, you might not, but there's got to be like a relative that I don't like, but it's still a family. You don't just say, you're not my uncle anymore. Okay? And we always give each other shit. And people don't always appreciate it. Like I have pretty rough last 2 years. Pretty rough. And all the poking, all the joke are not taken lightly as a joke. And I got so far as to say, just simply don't talk to me. Because I feel like everything is a jab. Everything is a poke. Everything to see if I react. Which I would, because I'm stressed. I was stressed, I was depressed, not in a good place. And I'm trying to do my best to get through things. Right? And, you know, really put me in a really dark place. Darker than the shadow itself. But I want to correct that. And I want to make that very simple. I want to make that clear. That I am never gonna kick anybody out from the Legion solely because you don't like their personality. That's not gonna happen. Right? If you don't like the person, don't interact with the person that much. Or maybe have a talk with the person and see if you can work out your differences. Right? If you're not willing to work it out, that's fine. But when you're in a community, when you're in a place, there's gotta be a couple of people you just don't like. Right? So I don't kick people out because I don't like them. Or I don't like the way they talk things, or I don't like certain things that they say about. That's not how it is. That's not how Legion is. We have different personality. We have different people, different cultures. We have people that just really straightforward, and we have people that cannot watch their mouth. We have people that think that, you know, calling people gay is just an everyday thing. Okay? And that's just all walk of life. All walk of life, okay? And obviously you have people that talk trash about certain cigars all the time. I do. Everybody does. Majority of people don't like good cars, and when you see good car, you're not gonna like it. Yeah, right. Um, so I want to put that out there for Quake, and I apologize if I offended you this afternoon, because the reason I say the vibe is slightly better is because the person that had problem with you has left. Okay. Person that has problem with you left. I don't know if you guys made up beforehand, but from what I saw last time, the previous conversation, there was a call out for it, and then you basically kind of quiet down for a little bit. So I figured that's gone. The new vibe might be better. That's what I mean. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna put it out there through this video. I want to welcome some old blood back, some conditionally. If you're looking to come back, talk to me, and we'll review based on the issue. And what's your place? I don't think that there was any meaning for that. I mean, I just think that the person fed up. That's all. I have no problem with your jokes. We talk about that. We used to joke about each other like we can't be friends because you took the last box of cigar. It never bothered me. But I thought in my head, Quake, you're a funny person, so I like to joke around with you. You being quiet because I called out kind of hurt me a little bit, even though I wasn't the one to call you out. Okay. So yeah, we have those changes. We want to welcome some back, but you know who you are. You know if you're the one that fitting to come back. Let's just be honest about that, right? You know if you left in a good note or if you left in a bad note, and you know if you want to come back. Okay, and the new people, if you do want to join us, talk to somebody, talk to Rick, talk to Eric, talk to Raul, talk to people, and see if this is the place that you want to be. I don't want to make this place, all unicorn and everything. It's not. We have our issues, and I'm actively trying to change that. As part of the goal for 2025. As part of the goal for 2025, I wanted to make this place a happy place. All right, I want to make it so that people can interact, talk about things, and be happy. And that. So, yeah, it'll be $100 a pop. Right, I want to do that, and I wanted to set a correct expectations. And like I say, I wanted to make it clear that in the future, I'm gonna try my best not to deal with the dirty laundry from the Legion out here, and also that puts it out there for the people that's usually on the show to help me out to kick them out, so that we don't have to hear it again. Because now I'm content, and I have come to a realization: it's like, why is the people that left the Legion still want to talk about what they want in the Legion? It's you left, you make your peace, and if you make your peace, move on. Find what's happy for you, not to be toxic and come back and attack us. What I don't see a reason for that. If you're not happy, I apologize. You're not happy. And then you left. That means you find a better place for yourself. You have find a better place for yourself. I hope the best for you, right? I wishing you the best. Still, you don't like. Let's be honest. You don't need a group to smoke your cigar. But if you decide to join a social place, be social. Be nice to people. And when you leave, be adult. Be adult. Move on. Don't come back and jab me because it was funny. It was fun. Because in the end, if you're not members anymore, you don't have a say. Right? So let's be adult about that. Let's move on. so that Legion can turn a new page. Legion can welcome new people, and we're gonna welcome some people that really is looking forward for a better Legion to come back. I guess that's what I want to say. But I'll answer any questions. If there's a question, I answer it. Within reason, that is. Within reason. Because I got a few minutes. I sat there for a little bit. I thought about things. I've tried to brainstorm a list of what I want to talk about, but a lot of time when I'm like ramping on, I don't follow my own schedule. What is my ultimate vision with the Legion 2.0 and what does success look like? Success looks like activity, right? Success looks like everybody get their daily fill of their cigar content every day. Enjoy, get to talk about cigars in our chat room and really enjoy things so that we can have our Legion meet continue every 2 years to be at different places so that we can have fun and be family together when we are together. All right, we have a lot of good time doing our Legion meets. It's 3-4 whole days of smoking cigars. I can tell you that for sure. If you never been there, but anybody who's been through that is 8 cigars to 10 cigars a day, 3 days in a row. That's our Legion meet. And it's always fun. People come and leave with a lot of cigars. Yes, it costs money. And but when you're doing that kind of stuff, you're putting memories together, is what, like, that memory is what counts. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody who joined the Legion at one point had fun. At one point was good to them. At one point, it was the best thing. But when you start to demand more than that, sometimes you're gonna be disappointed. And I myself is constantly fighting between you can't make everybody happy versus have you tried your best. Okay? Have you tried your best versus you can't make everybody happy. And you know what's the funny part is that the people who left, few of them has at one time told me that you can't make everybody happy. The situation is always a lot smaller when it doesn't involve you. When it involves you, it gets to a breaking point. So when I try to do, I can't make everybody happy with one person positive, there is a negative. What does that mean? If one person don't like Eric, I can probably find one person that likes Eric. Right? If one person doesn't like that joke, I can probably find another person who likes that joke, who enjoys that joke a lot. So I cannot ban one versus the other. What I do, I make a separate chat room or I make a separate location so that that can be done without bothering other people. And that seems to be a bad direction. I should have go with be an adult, deal with it. If you don't like it, talk something else. So, but whatever that decision was, it seemed to work out. Some people liked it now. Okay. We did a lot of deciding, revamping, removing some of the rules, and optimizing some of the rules so that it might be it's clearer, it's easier. Also, one of the things people complain about in the Saturday show. Now you can't go back to Saturday show anymore because obviously it's dirty laundry. I didn't want to be there, so I just removed that video. So that's not there to review anymore. But one of the complaint is that people who's in the group created their own channel and wanted to gain support from the Legion in order to grow their channel. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't have any problem. Basically, somebody just say, hey, I got a new channel. Can everybody just go find it and post it? I have problem with people wanting to post every single episode of their new stuff up in order to get people to view every single episode of it. And the reason with that is because I did not want, like, for example, we have currently 4 or 5 content creator. If we all put out every single episode, the chat will be full of just watch this video. I know some people like that. But I don't want that to be a reason why you're in the Legion, is to grow your channel. I want that to be a sub benefit that people in the Legion found out that you have a channel and just automatically go subscribe. If they subscribe, it doesn't need it, right? And they say only Tony is allowed to advertise himself in the Discord. In a way, that's true. I'll take that. I'll take that. Because I do have these live shows pop up as notifications. My videos are also as notification, but I go in there and delete them because I don't think the video itself needs to be notified to people. It's the chat, like this chat. This everybody hang out together chat. I want the Legion members to be here. We can chat, we can do things. That's why that notification is for. But I don't get to choose what shows up and what doesn't. It's automatic. I go in there and delete them whenever it's a review video. I go delete it. So I want people to understand that that's not what I'm doing. Yes, that all these live chats goes on the main chat room, but my video I delete them. And that the same thing goes with Rick. Rick is on the show all the time. He will never post a video out there. Eric, same thing. Now I know some people are not happy about me posting Eric's giveaway in the chat room and allowed it. But I feel like it's a giveaway. It's free stuff. Why don't you just take it? So what I will do is, if any of the content creator decide to give shit out, I'll allow that post in the chat room. All right? If you're giving shit out, why not? Go take the free shit. All right? So if you're a content creator in the Legion, and they say, oh, I'm celebrating like 3,000 subscriber, I'm giving away a box of cigar, let me know. Post it. Right? Get as many members to win something as possible. Yeah, why not? Why not? Don't let the good stuff flow out. Let it flow in. You know, a member can win that. Why not? I'll allow that. And I also want current member or member that looking to come back or even new member to understand that we have rules, but I will make exception to rules sometimes. Okay, that's just human. That's just human, all right? That's just human. I know we have rules. I know rules are there for a reason, but that's just human, right? So there's some time that people do have a good reason why you break a rule. Right? We can keep our words to a certain point, and we try to abide the rule as much as possible. Just like everybody has broken the speed limit at one time in your life. Everybody has broken the speed limit at one time in your life, if not every day. Okay? And what do you always look for? Just give me a warning. Sometimes you get it. There's exception to rules. Sometimes. I try to not to break them as much, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. So I want people to understand that. it's not malicious. It's that I feel that there's a good reason. So sometimes a lot of things slide. All right. On the contrary, if you left the region in the research and state your reason why you left and state your understandable way to change, prevent future departure, that seems to helpful in my opinion. Okay. So yeah, the ultimate 2.0 is to go back to basic. But understand that we gotta progress. We gotta make more function for everybody. We are promoting people to interact, to spend your time at the Legion, to talk with someone else, to talk and make friends, to talk and make friends, to talk and make friends, to really expand your hobby. That's what really is. You join a group, not because you smoke a cigar and that's it. It's so that you can expand your horizon, exchange ideas, and share your hobby with someone in this industry so small. It's 2% of US population. 2%. It's very small. Very, very small. Right? It's very hard to find another person that also likes cigar in your own area that might want to talk to you or want to make friends with you. And the platform helps you that. And it is because I do believe that Legion don't have member dues or member fees or whatever. But at the same time, it's invite only because I do want people to truly treasure the Legion, to truly understand the value of the Legion. It's not something that you just come in and leave. It's not something that like, okay, I leave, I can come back. So that there is no repercussion of wrongdoing. So there's no, like you can just come in and I just want to bitch at everybody and leave and then come back again and bitch at everybody and leave and come back. You know, it works for something. It works for, you know, a cigar company page or whatever, where you can just go to Facebook and click join because you are a potential sale. Okay, it works that way. But for me, I want people to create friendship, brotherhood, familyhood in the Legion. So I want the people that is going to be active, willing, and who is out there to really look for another person I like to join us. Now we still have a lot of OGs who views Legion a certain way, and I don't want to. I don't want to convince them to change their value, but at the same time, I don't want their value to change the ability for Legion to progress. And I hope they will turn around and welcome the new people. If not, the new team that we're trying to put together will try our best to make sure that people enjoy the hobby, to make sure that people are enjoy the place. Right now, I know people are waiting for something to happen. And I want to say that 2025 is when we're going to make it happen. All right. 2025, that's what we're focusing on. Put the blood back. Put the blood, new and old, cycle it, mix it up. And join us. Join us. Okay. As for those people that is there to come back and pick a fight, I have blocked them from this channel. So hopefully we don't see them anymore. I feel like that kind of stuff needs to stop so that everybody else can enjoy what they're coming here for. I know some people do enjoy eating popcorn and watch things happen. I do too. but I'm gonna try our best, well, my best, to prevent that to happen. So in the future, like I say, we'll have few people in the chat room ready to kick somebody out. If somebody's out here to pick a dirty laundry of Legion, just kick them out. Just kick them out. This is something that I wanted to stand firm on. This is something that I want to do now. Before I was like, you know, people do have a right to say whatever they want. People are hurt. People want to express their concern, and I should address that. I should respond to that. 6 years later, I realized it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And again, 6 years later, I also realized that why am I bothering to explain that? So that's what we got to do. All right. So yeah, questions, whatever, I'll answer it. I got a little bit of time. If not, I'm just gonna smoke a cigar. I'm just gonna smoke a cigar. And I also want to let people know the live show, our guests over here are not exclusive, right? If you're a member and you really want to join the chat, let me know. I give you the link. The reason the link's not out there readily available is because I don't want random people jumping in, okay? But if you were a member and you want to just come up and chat on Saturday night, if you got time, jump on and chat. Jump on and chat. It makes no difference that you're chatting here or chatting in the chat. Or to me, it's over here. You can't really see it. It's screen over here. It makes no difference. You got to chat here. In fact, if you're chatting here, I don't have to read. So that makes it easier. Okay, so I want to put it out there. I think some people had the thought that I try to only allow certain people on there. And that's not really the case. That's not really the case. People ask to come out, I give the link. If you go back to old videos, like old video, at one time we got like 9-10 people on, which kind of got messy. I think that what I want to try to do is ask people to look at how many people is already on there. If you have like 5-6 people, don't jump on because you can't hear 6-7 people talking at the same time. You can't. But it's a socializing platform. We're just shooting shit. Yeah, I might have some topic I want to talk about when I'm doing the live show. But, you know, I also enjoy everybody's company. I also enjoy a dumb conversation here and there. I might not always get your dad joke. But, you know, within reason. Within reason. And that's the thing, right? The show link, it's always the same. I only change it when some people have the link left, and I want to make sure that they don't jump in again to mess things up. So I change the link, but it's usually the same link. If you jump in one time, next time you want to jump in, it's the same link. Same link. All right. So is there any question I can answer for you guys? I know I'm just ramping on. I'm probably talking in circles. You know, I tend to do that. I don't know why. Because I always feel like somebody missed something. I want to go back and make that sentence better. You know, anybody who is thinking of joining the Legion, feel free to ask a question too. I mean, right now is a good time to ask questions. We have Eric here. We have Rick here. We can answer your questions, right? To the best of our ability. If something like the really deep and philosophical things, oh man, I can't talk to it. It's harder to explain, but I try my best to give you a concept. But nothing is absolute. Nothing's absolute. Okay. And for those people who is just interested in this in the Legion stuff, but don't really care to join, I'm opening some Legion swag to the public, like sticker and stuff like that. If you just like, hey, I want to support it, I want to get a sticker, those things will be out there for you guys. All right, I know some people just simply want a sticker and stuff like that. So they will be available outside the Legion now. We still have things that we kept just for the members, but you're not missing out too much. All right. So I want to put it out there. Bruce Lee terms. Put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Be water, my friend. Okay. I want to put it out there. I really want to be able to talk about things like this in a very civil way. We're adults. Oh, here's another thing I want to address. And I'm trying to find the most civil way to talk about this. One of the complaints is that this is a family channel, and curse, profanity hurts the image, and bothers some people. I want to also say I understand that nobody likes a crazy amount of profanity. But I also wanted to say that's just part of life. Like, do you not listen to the podcast for like Joe Rogan and stuff like that? Or even some other podcasts? I think profanity is often used. And what we are doing is only try to exclude certain profanity in place of others. Because I think we say shit all the time. And the word fuck comes out all the time. It's just that some people, such as Eric, puts that in a sentence. That sounds even worse. But I also wanted to say that although it's a family in the shadow, is a um in the end it's a hobby for 21 plus, right? um I understand that represents the Legion. At the same time, I think we can't expect to change a person's personality and censor what they say because what they say don't always sound good. Because we all have one of those friends or two who use words that are very sometimes not appropriate. All right. I wanted to um, uh, uh, um, Ethan, you're partially right about that. I mean, what I heard was that this is a family channel, and you know, and that that people here also represent. I think they say both. Um, so the profanity was a little bit that, and I think that although it doesn't seem like that, particularly Eric, because he's the one that used that kind of language, um, is that he has improved and continue to improve. It takes time, but I don't think I don't think a representation of a group or legion is based upon the use of language of one single member. It might sound hard to believe, but when we are hanging out with those people that's in the cigar industry, with the selected few that's very gentleman-like, the rest of them will use that kind of language. Let's just be honest with that. All right. Some people are very blunt. I don't think Steve Saka ever watches his language. Does that represent his brand? I don't think Eric Espinosa ever watches language. Does that represent his brand? Right. So I understand they sound bad, but at the heat of the moment, things blow up. Things being said, and sometimes, yeah, it's just a slip. It's just I have a few friends in Asia that cannot say a sentence without an F word, literally. Right? So I want to put it out there. I understand the concern, but at the same time, I don't want to censor what people said. And I know that Eric continues to improve, and I hope that people understand that the Legion's image is not how the people act. The Legion's image is what we bring to the members. Well, what the member got. And it's not absolute. We have various type of people. We have people who are very straight shooters, and we have people who are not very straight shooters, who watch what they say, think 3 times before they say it, that kind of stuff. We have both. And telling people to put up a fake personality in a live chat, I don't think that's a good thing, because that's not who they are. Right? If you're fine talking to them in a tribal the same way, you understand the people, that's who they are, and you accept them for who they are, that's what matters. We shouldn't be pretending to be someone that we're not, especially in the chat room here. And that shows that we have, even though it doesn't look bad all the time, it doesn't look good all the time, it shows that we have all walks of people. We have all walks of people. In the cigar industry, let's be honest, majority of people don't watch what they say. In person, right? I don't think they will say that during an interview, but over here, we're not interviewing, we're just chatting. We're just shooting shit, right? We're just chatting. And I know that when people talk about that kind of issue, it gets blown out of proportion. I really feel that way. It gets blown out of proportion when you try to make it that an issue, right? But it's a personality. People enjoy Steve Saka's personality. He will be in anybody's show and throw F-bombs. Come on. We know that. Right? We know that. So acceptance is part of being in a community. Acceptance, accept others, is part of being in a community. I understand that. And that's where I talk about, right? For one person that liked it, I have one person that hated. Right? And one person that liked it, I have one person that hated it. For one person that had problem with it, I probably have one person that's okay with it. So it's just part of our walk of life. It's part of being in a community. It's part of that, right? If you're in if you live in an apartment complex community, having a good barbecue, you got one guy that talks very loud. Come on, man. You have one guy and say, "Yeah, we got steak. Let's go, everybody," and you're like, we're just doing like we're playing not dominoes. We're playing Monopoly. We'll just be quiet. And then this person's like, let's go. I'm just part of the thing. So you heat it up the party, get the party going on. All right. I just wanted to put out there. Part of it being in a community is that you got to understand there's all walk of life, there's all kind of people, and then not everybody is suitable for you. At the same time, we can all be friends. Okay. I'm not saying that there is an absolute way to correct that. I'm saying that, in a few years, maybe Eric got more mature and never used that word again. You never know. Or maybe he'll double down. He start every word, every sentence with F. Right? But I think we all have room to grow. We all have room to grow. We all have room to improve. And I think he has improved since day one of how he used to talk. I think he has improved. And I think that he will continue to improve. And I think that's part of being young. Part of being young. We all have that stage where we're young and fearless. And I think that's just part of that. Even though he does not agree, that's the case. That's the case. Okay. So I want to put it out there, and I hope that I addressed that problem there. All right. We have all walk of life. We have different people. We have people that talk language I can't understand. We have people that talking riddles. We have people that use profanity. I hope you understand that. We all been in the chat room before together, and in the spirit moment, things come out. In the heat of the conversation, things come out. And I think Eric's a very exciting person, and he tried to pump things up by over exaggerating certain things. But that's just the way it is. That's his personality. That's how it is. Okay. Any more questions I can address? Answer up. It's cold out there. Get in here. Cold where? Oh yeah, outside is pretty cold. We're in the single digits today outside. So cold. The ground froze. That's why I tripped outside. I stepped on the black ice, and there was zero traction. I flew, and the shovel that I have in my hand flew across the yard. That was great. I even got a video. I showed my wife. My wife was laughing. I've been there and had to leave for personal reason and things that can be talked about with people in the know. I'm not willing to serve the table to sit at the table again camping. Yeah, I understand. I'm saying, for the people that I'm asking back, it's the people that wants to try again. And it's not for everybody else. It's not for everybody, not everybody. It's not for everyone. Right? It's not for everyone. And I understand that. And it's just for people who have thought about it. And I know there were a few people that thought about it, has already reached out to me in the past. And hopefully they see this video and reach out to me. If not, it is what it is. We'll continue to do what we do. We'll continue to improve. We'll continue to do what it is, right? So that's how it is. That's how it is. Okay? So, I mean, there are a few people I can tell you that it's never gonna come back. And there are a few people that even if they talk to me, I feel like we can never come to agreement. But there are a few people that I think that is excited to the change and wants to come back. Okay. And I think there's only got to be a handful, maybe 3 or 4. So I'm not too concerned about that. Right? But any of the people that had a deal breaking issues and that caused them to leave, I can't solve that, and I don't think it's good for them to come back because I can't fix it. Okay. deal-breaking issue I cannot fix, such as kicking some people out. I can't fix that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna, in order to get one person to come back, kick out another person for it. I'm not doing that. Right? Or two. I think there are 2 or 3 people that those people want out, and I'm not doing that. Okay. And also, what I feel is malicious after the left, I don't think we can come to agreement. That's not coming back. And there are a couple of people that I know that we can only agree to disagree, and we're gonna make peace for it, and that's it. I don't think they want to come back, and I don't think it will be a good idea, because it will be a forever disagreement. So, but whatever that is, like I say, I welcome everybody to reach out to me, and I welcome the new people who want to be members. Reach out to any of our members, current members, to talk about things. I welcome everybody who have questions about the Legion to ask questions, and I'm always available for anybody who want to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube here. Also the Facebook page. So you guys can all reach out to me if there's questions. And if the question was to how to join, I might be able to point you to the right direction. I myself does not provide invites. All right, I want to make that clear. I don't invite anybody. All right, and that's how I can try to remain impartial to everyone that joins. Is that by not inviting them, because I feel like people will feel like I taking a favoritism because I invited someone. That someone is invincible. That someone is invincible to things. No, I don't want to invite people. I want the members to invite people. I want the members to guide them through the walks of the Legion, so that you can join without being blindsided by things. Okay. So if there's no questions left, I will end it here. I will give you another 1 minute to type up a question. If not, we'll end it here. 1 minute. Again, if you have questions, you can always reach out to me separately. But if you want a question that you think that would be helpful for people to hear, ask it here. I'll answer it. I'm done with my cigars. 102. Midnight somewhere. Surprised people joined today. I was thinking that I would just talk to myself and kind of put the information out there. $30 seconds left. All right, so that will be it. And I will continue to see you guys in this particular show, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Any questions, reach out to me. Like I say, I will point you to the right person. If not, have a good night. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.